What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. Wolves 0, Tottenham 1. West Ham have also won by 2-1 against Everton. What an unbelievable minute it was when Spurs had scored and Everton had scored. Or literally, it was in the space of a couple of minutes. But Spurs have won their first game since the 28th of December, 2025. You just can't write this shit. The first win in 2026. It came in incredibly nervy fashion. I told you before the game, this is going to be the most nerviest and most panicky 90 minutes of football you've had to sit through in a very, very long time. And that's exactly how it panned out. It weren't pretty. It weren't good for large parts of it. But somehow we got over the line. It hasn't come without casualties. Dom Solanke looks like he's picked up some sort of hamstring injury. Xavi Simons has picked up, which looks like a significant knee injury as well, which we'll find out a lot more in the coming hours or days. But Spurs have got over the line, and it's so nice to just taste that winning feeling, that 3 points. Oh, how are you feeling after that, man?
Oh, mixed emotions at the moment, because at 1 minute we were out of the relegation zone and then we were put back in it. Game overall, not much to talk about. As you said, we picked up a few injuries, which isn't really helpful in the situation that we're in. But let's talk about the positives. We got 3 points.
Yeah.
And if someone said to me, you know, we're going to get 3 points or a performance, I would say I would want 3 points. Let's keep it 100% honest. Paulinho came on and he scored an important goal, and it was from a set piece. As poor as Richarlison was, in my opinion, I felt that he was the one that contributed to that. You know, he got in the end of that shot after Danso managed to flick it on. He's got his shot off, and then Paulinho stuck his foot out, and it's going in the back of the net. And like you were saying during the game, you know, we need to take our chances, or just take a chance, because if you don't take a chance, then how will you ever get a goal? How will you ever get 3 points?
Look, the reality was, right, as soon as Xavi went off, you knew pretty much the only way we were going to score is a set piece. I kept saying it, you know, these set pieces are so important because our chief creator's gone off. Look, it's not like he was doing much in the game in terms of creating for us anyway, but he is off. You've got Solanke off as well. We had to take the most out of those set pieces. Luckily that we did. And it is fairly unlucky that we're not out the relegation zone right now, because Everton go 1-1 quite late in the game, and then West Ham obviously are stinging their tail in stoppage time. But the reality was, if we're looking at that and objectively looking at the relegation battle, there's not much in that game. Yeah, fine, we got 3 points. It was a gritty win. We got over the line. The reality is it is against bottom of the league, and we should have made it a lot easier for ourselves than we did. We had a few chances. You know, Xavi goes through on goal with some lovely play and lovely build-up play, and he's got to be doing better. Bentancur with the set piece as well, header from point-blank range. So it's not like we didn't have chances, but we didn't have enough chances, in my opinion. And I felt like we came out for that second half very nervy. And as the game was wearing on, you just feared for the worst.
Yeah, I agree, man. There wasn't much hope, much signs of improvement from that first half. And that first half, we spoke about the XG already. Whether you're a fan of that or not, the chances weren't there. Like, we didn't create many openings. We could talk about shots on target or total shots if you want, if that's a better metric to look at. And again, the stats are damning. They didn't create much, and other than we had a lot of possession, but we didn't do anything with it. Second half, as you said, started off very nervy. The boys weren't really on it. And the change was made early. We were talking about the fact that Moani hadn't made a big impact. And Zerbi was close to it, so he took him off, and then we saw Teo introduced. And I think, look, the bar's really low at the moment. So,
look, I guess beggars can't be choosers, can we? Because we've been so shit for so long.
Yeah.
We finally got over the line, and it feels a bit like, you know, it feels weird complaining about it, because that's what we need. All we need is wins right now.
The reality is, Teo's not, his position's the left. He plays on the left, and he's out of position.
He did all right when he came on.
He did all right when he came on, I felt. I think moving forward, we'll probably see him on the left now that Xavi's out.
Yeah.
So
that's a route back in for Moani then, isn't it?
Yeah, it means Moani could come back on. Yeah, exactly. because we have got no other options. We've got no other choices. But yeah, like if I'm gonna stick with the positives, look, hopefully our next game was Aston Villa, right? So they're a team more suited to the way we play.
Yeah.
They're gonna more or less come at us. They didn't play too well against Fulham, I felt. But yeah, we just need the wins. It doesn't matter how we play at the moment. We just need to somehow get across the line.
And we were so close last week against Brighton, obviously giving the lead away in the last minute.
Yeah.
And came incredibly close to doing the same again today. You know, stupid foul to give on the edge of your box at that moment in the game. And what a hit from João Gomez. Luckily, Kinski was alert and alive and saved it.
Yeah.
But we were like literally fractions away from imploding once again.
Yeah, we were. Well, look, yeah, Kingsley did a good save. I thought he had a decent game. I was surprised, you know, to see that Vicario was out again, that he wasn't quite ready.
Apparently he hasn't even trained yet.
Yeah, so look, that hernia thing is taking longer than they... no surprises there.
This is Tottenham we're talking about. This is Tottenham we're talking
Yeah,
about.
you can't listen to any, dates that they give you.
So, I mean, are you looking at it a bit more positive now because we've got the 3 points over the line? Obviously, big task left to go. We're still in the relegation zone. West Ham are showing the ability to keep on going and keep winning football matches against a good Everton side today. But we did play against a side, like you mentioned, that counteract the way we want to play, particularly with the players that we have.
Yeah.
So you're like moving into the next couple of games against the Villa side who have European football. They're sandwiched in between two legs of a European semi-final. They weren't good today.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a bit more positive coming away with the 3 points and potentially, how do you feel about that Villa game coming up?
Look, I've said my positives already, but if I'm going off the way we played, I'm not super confident going into Villa. I would have been more confident off the back of the Brighton game, if that makes sense. There was something about that Brighton game, even though we didn't get across the line. It's ironic.
It's weird, isn't it?
The 3 points we got, I should be positive, I should be happy, I should be excited. I just feel like, I know, and West Ham, of course, they probably got harder fixtures than us, but I don't know, like, I feel like everyone else is playing better than us. Am I a bad fan for saying that?
No, you're not. You're just saying what you're seeing.
I looked at Nottingham Forest, they looked so much better than us. So yeah, the only thing I could say is, because, like we said, Wolves, they sit in a low block. We find it hard to kind of break them down. We don't really have the players for it. But then against Villa, I'm like, who puts it in the back of the net? It's crazy. Paulinho managed to do it today. Can we rely on Paulinho again?
Are we just relying on set pieces
for the rest of the season?
for the rest of the season? Is that what we're relying on? Because the reality is, with Javi out, we've lost that X factor.
Yeah.
As much as, you know, maybe we can say, you know, he's not performing at the best visibility.
He's just the one player that can pull something out of hat.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm looking at this relegation battle, and yeah, we're probably going to come up against an understrength Aston Villa. But who is actually going to be that guy to step up in the moment?
That's how I was trying to explain it, bro, without sounding negative. Like, I didn't want to come across negative. But I don't know. It's just my personal, for what I see, I can only say what I see. And yeah, it does feel like everything is going against us. But I am happy for the 3 points. And you can only take one game at a time. You can't look too far forwards.
Yeah.
That's what I can say. And I think the boys getting those 3 points, it meant a lot from them. I think they were
celebrations at the end.
Yeah, they looked so passionate, so happy. De Zerbi meant a lot to him as well. So yeah, those are the positives I can take into the next game. And look, let's be honest, we can always improve. There's always room for improvement,
Especially for us.
Yeah. No, and that's all I can go on. That's all I can say. Anything else, as I said before, in many other shows, it's not about tactics at the moment. It's just about galvanizing and just letting these players believe, making them like get gassed off their own ability. Say, like, yeah, you are good enough. You do deserve to be in the league. You are going to be the players that are going to keep Tottenham up. That's all that needs to be said at this moment. Doesn't matter what I think here in the We Are Tottenham TV studios. Doesn't matter what fans come on the ring and say. Do you know what I mean? It's all about the players. What can they do? Do they believe? Can they win? Like De Zerbi said it. De Zerbi was slightly. Some people would call him delusional. We need to win our next 5 games. That's how they need to approach.
1 out of 1 so far.
Yeah, exactly. They need to have that same approach. So, yeah, time will tell. But look, 3 points is what we needed, and most fans were saying this is, Derby Day. This is do or die, all or nothing. And look, we done it, so we can't complain.
Yeah, look. We have got over the line. If I'm judging it based on this performance, do we have enough to stay in this division? I'll probably say no, because I think Spurs put in a pretty poor and abject display today for the most part of it. I thought we started well for the first 10 minutes, but how many times have we seen that this season? And then I thought it was just a slow regression in that first half. And then second half, we didn't come out looking like we wanted it. Few changes, and I think maybe the game it stemmed in our favour again, and we got that goal.
Yeah.
But there's looking objectively at that 90 minutes, there's not much there that you can take away from.
Nothing.
In terms of a performance. But there were quite a lot to take away from the Brighton game in terms of performance.
Yeah.
But we didn't get over the line, and we actually lost the game.
Yeah.
So I'd rather this than that. I'd rather actually get over the line and not show something in this moment in time. Do you know what I mean?
I'd rather get the 3 points, because imagine we played amazingly and then we drew. That would be disastrous. Do you know what I mean? Especially with West Ham winning.
I think we can go to Villa and get something. I do think that, not based on the performance today, but based on the narrative going into it. You know, we don't have the worst record at Aston Villa. We have shown that we can win there over the years.
Yeah. And
Villa do have their eyes somewhere else. You know, they're not going to be fully focused on that game, particularly if it's tight going into the second leg, which I think it will be. So... And it, like you said, it's a team that are going to play a high line. They're going to give us space. They're going to give us opportunities. It's going to be on us to take those opportunities. And you're looking at West Ham's next 2 games. Next game, they go away to Brentford. The game after, they play Arsenal.
Yeah.
So they've got very difficult games. Do you think they win in any of their next 2 games?
Before I would have said, like, drop points at Brentford, but now they're actually not playing bad. They're not playing too bad. They're picking up results here and there. They just seem to have that belief. I know you said Everton had a lot of possession in that game, but that's what I said. Sometimes, you know, are they allowing them to have possession? Do you know what I mean? To hit them on the break, to hit them, you know, with sucker punches. So, yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I look at our forward line. It's going to be Richarlison, Tell, and Moani. Do I trust those 3 players to get it right, to get us over the line? No, I don't. Do I trust now... midfield, Basuma and Bentancur? Yeah, I trust them more. But are they going to get us goals? No, I don't think so. So I'm at that situation. Gallagher hasn't shown me all season that he's able to show the Chelsea form, the Chelsea Gallagher. He's given Atletico Gallagher at the moment. Yeah. So that's where my head is at the moment. But I'm happy for anyone to change my mind. I'm here, I'm open-ears, I'm open-minded for that to change, especially the players. Players are the ones that can win it for us. And, yeah, it's in their hands at the moment.
There's 4 games to go. 4 absolutely humongous games for the history of this, for the future of this football club. It really is.
It's interesting, because I thought Spence, out of all the players, I don't think he played too bad. First half more so was better than the second. Because I don't really see anyone that really showed up for the second half, apart from maybe Tell. But yeah, Bar and Tell, going through the players. Bentancur was our best player.
Bentancur again, 2 weeks running, and he's not even fully fit. But the thing is, I can't get away from. I've been saying all through it, Spurs not getting relegated. And in a weird way, after this win, I feel more convinced that we're going to go down now.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, that performance was pure dross. We just about got over the line against the worst team in the league. And second of all, with Javi and Solanke going down, potentially both missing the rest of the season, we don't have anyone that we can turn to. We don't really. Like, who do we have to turn to?
Yeah,
nobody. Richarlison came on and I thought he was dross. Moani, you know, Tell will move out to the left, and Tell was all right when he came on, but still nothing special. Like, Tell will go over to the left, Moani back on the right. Like, we have no one to turn to. And this is why I'm really worrying. Like, I had a bit of hope with Javi with what he showed at the Brighton game. But now if Javi's out for the rest of the season, I don't know who that player can be that can step up for us and actually save us from this thing. I really don't.
I think I'm at the stage where, like I said to you before I came in, I was angry. I said, I don't know why. I couldn't shake off the anger. Now we've won and we've got the 3 points. I think, like, I'm just at the acceptance stage. I'm more at the it sounds so bad, innit?
I can't accept it, though. I just can't accept it. I can't accept relegation.
Terrible.
How are we in this position where we're 4 games to go in the Premier League and we're sitting in the relegation zone? For about a few minutes, we were out of it.
I still think that there's a small part of me that still thinks it might come down to the final day.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, innit? It doesn't matter if it comes down to the final day. I just don't trust those players that we have, because we've had them all season. They haven't shown us that they can produce.
What's your prediction then? How many points are we getting out of Villa and Leeds next 2 games? Away to Villa, home to Leeds.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I can't even see it. I'll be honest with you. I can't even see any
You can't see any wins in those games?
Can't see any wins, no.
And do you see...
Because before, you see, when I used to respect Villa, and then we used to do them every time. I was like, bro, we're actually, like, Villa are a good team, but we keep, like, somehow beating them. But those teams...
we went there and dicked them 4-1 or 4-0.
Those teams, remember, like, as much as I was not a fan of Johnson would be back post, bang. Maddison, pulling strings. Do you know what I'm saying? We have players that will come and score goals. But right now, we've got no Johnson. We've got no Maddison. We've got no, like, teams don't fear us. Do you get it? They see Tottenham in the team sheet all coming up, and players get up for it. Oh, we're playing Tottenham. They get excited. We could get 3 points here. That's how I honestly feel. When they're like, when they're in a tunnel and they're head to head and looking at each other, and they're like, yeah, all right, cool, my man might be a problem. No, I don't get that. I don't get that fear factor from us. So...
There's not one player in that team. There's not one player in that team that can step up. That's the problem in terms of an attacking force. There isn't.
Well, this is just my observation.
The only thing that can come and save us, and we can't even rely on it because he's on the back of an ACL, is James Maddison. Can he step up for the last 3 games?
He can't. Sorry.
But that's the only thing we can cling on to.
I can't. It's over, buddy. It's over.
You know what they say?
Can't rely on Maddison. Every time Maddison comes back from injury, people forget. He doesn't come back hot.
Yeah.
It takes a while to warm up. It takes
don't have time for that. We don't have time for that.
He's the only passer, I get it. Like, so he'll be... And we've lost that passing threat now, because Bentancur's the only guy that kind of... But someone passing through the lines, yeah, we ain't got that. Our creativity with Xavi was poor. Yeah?
I told you last night, I've had that pit in my stomach. And even after having 3 points, I've still got that pit in my stomach, that disgusting feeling that I can't shift. Because our performances are horrible. We've got hard games coming up against an on-form Leeds side in a couple of weeks. We're playing Villa, who are obviously a good team, but they're going to have to rest players.
Do you know what? I feel sorry for the fans that have hope.
I've had hope.
I feel sorry for them. But you know what? I'm not telling people how to feel. And so don't judge me if I can't see it. I hope I'm wrong. Let these players that have let us down the whole season, that's put us in this position, prove us wrong.
We say though, confidence and momentum is the biggest thing in football, right? We've got that win though. Can we use this as a springboard? Not a springboard for success, as the club like to say, but as a springboard to get a couple of results from now to the end of the season.
I just can't see it, Ben. I can't see that performance. I always look at the performance as an indicator. That's my issue at the moment. And we're just going to have to scumbag.
But sometimes a scrappy win is all it takes for that confidence to build.
With these players, I don't see it with Moani.
I'm just trying to find something. I'm just trying to find something. That's what we're relying on. That's what we got. That's what we got.
And then who's creating those chances for Tell and Richie as well? Is Tell creating a chance for Richie? Because he's on the left hand side. He's not crossing the ball. Like, he's coming in and he's wanting to shoot on his right foot.
we might have to get a doggy back, get him on the left, get Spencer on the right, and put Porro in the 10 or something, because he's the only one that can pass.
Your doggy might be fit, but I just yeah.
Look, it looks bleak. It looks bleak.
I'm the wrong person, bro. Like, I can't lie, I'm the wrong person. I don't know.
I'm trying to squeeze something, but nothing. There is nothing.
I know. Normally, we should be a bit more positive after a 3-pointer win, and
especially the first time we've got 3 points since the back end of December.
I'm happy to be wrong, and I want to be wrong, and I think maybe this is what I need sometimes when all else fails. When all else fails, and the team just proves you wrong. That's what I want. That's all I want. Prove me wrong. Shut me up, and it's done. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, Tottenham. Well, we got the 3 points. First win of 2026. We need a hero. Javi looks like he's out for the rest of the season. Solanke looks like he's out for the rest of the season. Since De Zerbi has come, he's lost Romero for the season, Kudus for the season, and now it looks as though that Javi and Solanke could be out for the season. So it's looking very bleak in terms of personnel available or good personnel available. But we just need to try and find something. I don't know, man. I just don't know. It does look like the writing's on the wall. But maybe, just maybe, we can use this 3 points as a bit of a confidence leveler, a raiser. But that is it. That is our instant match reaction. Wolves 0, Tottenham 1. This stream is sponsored by OK Jersey. Get your replica shirts 8% off. Use the code WeAreTottenhamTV. Get your World Cup shirts, because I'm sure you don't want a Spurs shirt right now. But let's go to our first caller, and he goes by the name of Mr. Stelios. Stel, nice shirt, mate.
Very nice shirt. Is that OK Jersey?
This is Paphos Cyprus Spurs Supporters Club.
Lovely.
Nice. Big up.
Perfect. How are you feeling after that, Stel?
Yeah, hello to both of you. Hope you're doing well.
Trying, mate. Trying to be well.
Nothing's changed.
Well, what's changed is that we got 3 points.
Changed.
That's what's changed.
Yeah. We finally got a win. I mean, we've waited long enough. It's been 4 months, so that's changed, I guess. But the reality is, we're still in that bottom 3, aren't we? We're still in that bottom 3, and I think, you know, I stick by what I said when we played Nottingham Forest. For me, and I've said it pretty much every time I've come on your show. If we lose to Forest, and Wolves then lose to West Ham, and we drop into that bottom 3, we're not getting out of it. And I stick by it. We're staying here. I really think as soon as we dropped into that bottom 3, I think we're staying there. You know, we win today, and West Ham. I mean, it was wild, right? Because I was down the road in a sports bar in Paphos, and I was sitting with West Ham fans watching the West Ham game. I was sitting there with 1 or 2 Spurs fans watching the Spurs game. They've gone 1-0 up, and they're jumping up and down, slamming their hands on the table, you know, batting me on the back. Hey! I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to smash something in a minute. And then we score, and from them being 4 points ahead, we're now above them on goal difference. And then they go and score, and it's back to square one, how we started the day. So it was, they're 2 points ahead of us. Then they were 4 points ahead of us. Then we jumped ahead of them on goal difference, and it's ended them 2 points ahead of us, how the day started. So it's almost, the feeling is exactly the same, even though we've won, because they won. And it's, you know, Forest won, Leeds won or drew, and we're still in the same situation we're in. Guys, I don't think we're getting out of this. I don't think we're getting out of that bottom 3. I just don't see it.
Can you see anything, you know, on the performance, it's hard to see anything in the next few games, but can this win give give the team any sort of confidence going into that Villa game, going into that Leeds game. Villa having it sandwiched in between 2 European semi-finals as well. Is there not any way that this can build any sort of confidence? Because West Ham, they got to go away to Brentford and play in Arsenal the week after.
Yeah, but we just about beat the worst team in the Premier League. I mean, if you look at the stats, it was equal corners, equal big chances, equal shots on target, equal shots taken. That today should have been a draw.
Yeah.
That should have been a draw, right? So we can say, oh, West Ham have got to play this team, West Ham have got... Mate, we just about beat Wolverhampton Wanderers. And let's have it right. If it wasn't for one of the saves of the season from Kinski, it probably would have been a draw. That save at the end was out of this world, man.
100%.
How he's got there was amazing. A phenomenal save.
Does he have to stay in goal for you then, even if Akara gets fit, or would you drop Kinski if Akara came available?
No, I'll keep Kinski. Ash. He's better distribution as well. Bukhara's a bit suspect. Well, no, not a bit. He is. He is suspect. And also, Kinski's a bit better with his hands from set pieces and corners. So, yeah, I'd keep Kinski all day long. I don't see why Bukhara should come back into
what about, like, because I was talking to Ben, and I'm like, what do you do about that left-hand side in terms of... if the doggy's fit, do you drop Spence or do you keep Spence now as the left back? What's your thoughts on that left-hand side?
Ash, I don't think it's an issue. I think the issue is up front. De Zerbi's being an idiot. I'll say it. Why he's starting Mawani every game beggars belief. Mawani is crap. He's absolutely rubbish, and he keeps starting him every game, man. Like, Tell came on, and I don't really like Tell, but at least he beats a man, gets the odd cross in. At least there's something there you can say, all right. I think Tell won us the corner as well for the equaliser.
He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he did, didn't he? Yeah. So, why is Tell on the bench every game? And Mawani, it's like we're down to 10 men. I think that's Ash. I think De Zerbi, right? Because I wasn't impressed by today's performance, man. I wasn't. I thought we were rubbish.
I don't think anyone
luckily
was.
Wolves are rubbish as well. Everyone got excited about the Brighton game. Oh, we're back. Tottenham's back. We're cooking. There's positives. And I remember, I came on the show and I said, guys, can we take it game by game before we get carried away? Because today was rubbish. But we got the win, and that's all that matters, right? At the end of the day, it's the points on the board that matter. But I think De Zerbi should just play with one striker, just one up top, because we don't have 2 good strikers, let alone 3 across the front 3. I'd rather he just goes one up top and plays with more in the midfield, and do you know what? Push the fullbacks up as attacking wing backs and flood the midfield more so. I'd rather he does that.
Who is that striker though? Who is that striker? Solanke's gone down injured. Javi's gone down injured. We can't catch a break. Kudus we don't have for the rest of the season. So we're basically just relying on Richarlison now. Or Tell is the number 9. Look, whatever we do in the striker role, we're screwed, right? Because they're all pretty average. But I don't understand the logic of playing 3 forwards when you don't have 1 good forward. Play to your strengths. Our strengths are right now, we've got a fit Basuma. We've got a fit Paulinho. We've got a fit Bentancur. We've got a fit Conor Gallagher. We've got a fit Bergvall. We've got a fit Gray, right? Play the midfielders more. It's not like we've got cup games and Europe to worry about. We've got 4 games left of the season. Flood that midfield, squeeze the game, and push the fullbacks up. Because playing with 3 forwards, I think, is awful, man. Like, you saw it today, guys. Every time we got forward, it's just, what am I watching? What are we doing? It's so poor to watch. And again, look at the goal we scored. It came from a defensive midfielder. Last week we're depending on the right back to score a goal and the number 10. This week we're depending on the number 6. What is the point of playing with 3 forwards? You guys sell it to me. Sell to me the idea of playing with 3 forwards. I can't sell it to you. And the reason why I can't sell it to you is because now with the players that we've got injured, that means if we are to play with 3 forwards, we've only got 3 fit forwards left. and that is Richarlison down the middle, Tell down the left, and Moani down the right. I'll do anything to get Moani out of this team. I've been saying it all season. The guy is dross.
Ash, would you continue playing with 3 forwards? You know, do you think it makes any sense?
I guess the manager's got his ideas, isn't it, in terms of the way we play, the way we attack. He looks at the opposition. I think he says game by game, he looks at the opposition and he kind of, it's the reason why he plays the players that he plays with. And he didn't want to change too much as well. He wanted to keep continuity.
Ash, allow your politicians answer, right? I'm not asking what De Zerbi does, right? I'm not asking about De Zerbi.
Right,
I'm asking what you would do.
I don't know, bro.
Ash is manager of Tottenham
I don't have the
Hotspur,
answers, bro.
right?
I don't have the answers because if we play midfield, listen, no, wait, if we play all midfielders and we've only got one up top, then we've only got one out ball, if that makes sense. So that means we play with no width, we play super narrow. I don't have the answers. I don't know if that's the correct way to do it. I'll be honest with you.
But what if you,
I do know that it's such a.
Up, Ash? What if you push the fullbacks up?
The fullbacks can't cross. Well, Porro can, but Porro can't beat his man. Porro's not a wing back like that where he can overlap and beat. Like Porro's good at threading balls, playing balls through the lines, over the top, diagonal crosses, taking corners, set pieces. But if you're asking him to get up and down, he doesn't really have that type of attribute as a fullback.
Hold on a minute. Why are we focusing on crossing the ball, right? Do anything with balls into the box when they're crossed in there, right?
Yeah, we haven't got headers anyway.
Say that again?
We've got no one to get on the end of it anyway, like to header and score goals from like headers. Like our players don't do that, really. Even though Richarlison, it should suit him. He should be the one headering the goals. But yeah, sorry, carry on. You're saying?
I was going to say, if we play more centrally and try and create from the edge of the box, and if the fullbacks push up high just to pull their defenders out of shape, and then they invert, or one of them inverts and tries to lay off a ball to the edge of the box, or tries to play a ball on the ground to someone, do you not think that's just a better way of trying to play rather than
Who are these players that are going to create at the edge of the box, though?
Because Spence on his left foot.
What are we creating? Crossing balls in the box and playing with 3 across the top. What are we actually creating at the moment?
We're not creating much, but I think we'll create even less with the players playing it centrally because we got no one. Javi's out injured for the rest of the season.
That first half we played centrally a lot of the time, and then the Wolves just sat off and sat central, sat in a block. That's what most teams do. They want you to play central. We play it out wide, and then we've got no answers. I think we're doomed.
Yeah, but that's why.
Either way.
Ash, that's my point. That's my point. If you push the fullbacks up high, you're splitting the defence. You're opening it up because they're going to have to go out there and mark the players. And if you leave them free, then you feed them in, go to the byline and pull the ball back. You don't have to cross it in. It could just be get to the byline and drill it in there. You know?
I hear it.
What I'm saying is, I think what I'm saying, guys, is we need to try something different because this for me doesn't work. This front three, playing with the front three doesn't work. Even if we went to a front two and try that, I'd be happier with that than.
So you're saying 4-4-2?
Well, we tried that.
You're saying 4-4-2?
Tudor, we tried with Tudor 4-4-2. Frank went to 4-4-2 as well. We've tried that kind of.
Tudor isn't a coach. De Zerbi's a proper coach. We've got a proper coach.
Well, we ain't got time to coach. We just got to win games, innit? But I don't know, man. That's why I don't know the answers, bro. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I'm just. But this is my solution. Okay, my solution is play to your strengths, and we've got more players who are better in midfield than what we've got players who are good across the front three.
But so those midfielders, I was going to say those midfielders, though, they're very similar in profile. There's no midfielders that create, if that makes sense. They do much of nothing. They don't really impact the game. And then even like the fullbacks aren't that creative. Maybe Porro's
supposed to be.
Porro, but he's been not great this season. He's been very inconsistent.
Porro scored against Brighton, Ash. Porro scored against Brighton.
From a header, yeah, from Xavi. Xavi created that for him. It wasn't from his creativity.
Yeah, so but Porro's getting in there. At least if we get players in there, if something falls to them, maybe they can score. Maybe they can do something, right?
Okay,
but
fair enough.
What I'm seeing from Tottenham is, I said it last week as well, when people were blaming Danzo, I came on the show and I said, Danzo's going to get all the blame. But what the hell did our attackers do all game to take some of the pressure off of the defenders who are constantly having to defend? We'll take some of the pressure off us and put a couple of the balls in the back of the net. But we're not doing it. And again today, guys, we played the worst team in the Premier League, and we struggled to score a goal. We needed a defensive midfielder. By the way, can I say yet again, this confirms Paulinho needs to start every game for Tottenham. I said the same thing last week, and I've said it for God knows how many weeks. I don't understand why managers don't want to play him. He's an experienced football player. He's a good football player. I think he's our joint second top scorer now, or something stupid like that.
I think what it is with Paulinho, I don't know, when you look at the De Zerbi team, no, it's not about that anyway, but off the ball, without a question of doubt, like Paulinho, you can't leave him out because no one can do what he does off the ball. Defensively, he's solid. I think more of the questions are, what does he do when he has time and space, or what does he do when he's pressed? Is he a player that can beat the press, get on a half turn, etc.? I think that's where the question marks lie on Paulinho. Everything else, I have to agree with still.
But the thing is with Paulinho in these 3 games under the Roberto De Zerbi, what Paulinho gives us off the ball, we haven't been lacking that in these 3 games. We've been all right defensively. We have kept a clean sheet today. We conceded by a completely lucky goal against Sunderland where it goes off Van der Ven's backside. So we need more players that can pass the ball, that can move the ball and can create from the centre. And I don't think Paulinho can do that.
No, but what Paulinho gives you is experience. He gives you a wealth of experience and that man on the pitch that we need right now. He will fight for us.
He is our biggest leader. I'll give you that. He's our biggest leader.
What does experience mean, though, in terms of progressing the ball?
The experience of when things are going against us, or when things need to calm down, or when you need someone just to put in one statement tackle, or
yeah, that's why I agree with you. Off the ball, I agree with you.
Yeah, but Ash, again, correct me if I'm wrong. In the Premier League, is he not our top goal scorer from midfield?
Yeah, because of set pieces.
I got that one wrong?
Yeah, set pieces.
No, he is. Yeah,
set pieces. How many of those set pieces?
The majority of them are set pieces.
Wherever it comes from, right? But listen, this is the same argument I have for Xavi Simons. There was a stat saying that whenever Xavi Simons starts, we've won 95. We haven't lost. We've only lost 1 game when Xavi Simons has started in the Premier League. So by that metric, start the guy. Just start him.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to use the same metric by Paulinho. Sorry, I'm going to use the same logic for Paulinho.
Yeah.
He's our top midfield goal scorer. Start him.
So
start him just for that reason. Because yeah, go on.
I was going to say, because I said most of the goals were set pieces. And look, if we've got to stink out games, I don't care. So I'm with you on that. Get an experienced guy. If he scores most of the goals via set pieces, then so be it. But I'm nervous. Not nervous. I'm like, how many games can we win via a set piece for the final 4 games? I don't know if that's realistic. I'm just
Arsenal
trying to think
have made a fucking season out of it, winning by set pieces, and the majority of our wins have all come from set pieces this season. I know it's not been many.
Yeah, you're right.
I think if we're going to win games in these last 4 games, it is going to be set pieces because we got no one that can create.
Maybe you put him in then.
Maybe he's right. Just play Paulinho just because he's our biggest set piece threat. We need our set pieces.
Because he's tall as well. He's strong. He's physical. He's a leader, like you lot were saying, talking, blah blah. He might not give you progression, and but we ain't got time for that right now. We need to just win any needs necessary. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
You're doing what Marlon does with me. He just disagrees just for the sake of debate. He just disagrees with me.
No, I'm going through my head logically. I'm trying to go through it because I genuinely don't know the answers. So when you ask me a question, my mind's like trying to figure out how. I'm not just trying to give you an answer. I'm trying to be honest with you, innit? So I decipher through what in my head. I filter through my head what makes sense, what could possibly happen, and yeah.
Stel, do you feel like you said you come against the worst Premier League team, 20th in the league. We should have made it a lot easier than we did, which is all true. However, they are a team that sat in a low block. They made it hard for us. They packed out those areas, didn't give us much space, and we looked a lot better. Well, a tiny bit better against Brighton when they played a high line. We come up against a few teams now that are going to play a bit more expansive, that are going to leave a few more gaps. Does that not leave you feeling a bit more positive that we can create a few more chances?
Not really, because I saw West Ham demolish them. I saw another team, I think it was Leeds.
That was all away though,
them.
Stel. That was all away. In their last 3 home games before this, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Aston Villa, and they drew 2-2 with Arsenal.
Okay, so at home they're better than what they are away.
By far.
But we're awful at home. We've got the worst home record in the league. So if we're going to use that logic, we ain't going to beat Leeds and we ain't going to beat Everton. If
Correct.
we're going to use the same logic for Wolves for Tottenham.
But we've made a change. We got a new manager and hopefully he can change things. That's the only thing we can hope for. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
I just think, Ben, that... Again, look, I don't blame De Zerbi. I blame him for not trying. I absolutely blame him for the Sunderland result because he should have started Xavi and he should have started Paulinho. I just can't accept that what he did, and I said it before we played Sunderland. Again, I was disappointed to see that Paulinho didn't start because I think he needs to start every game for Tottenham. Opinions, views, people can disagree. That's fine, but for me, all the common sense says you must start Paulinho. He offers us more than what the other midfielders will offer us, especially as a goal threat, which is what we need. We need to score frigging goals. So, other than that, I don't really blame De Zerbi for anything because the guy's come in, he's inherited a squad that's not his, he's inherited a low confidence team, he's inherited a hierarchy that hasn't got a clue what it's doing, and he's having to pick up all the pieces and save us in 5 or 6 games, however many games he's here for, right? So, I don't blame him, but I just feel that I watch us play and I think either the pressure gets to us and we bottle it, or we win, but the performance is so poor, it's hard to take positives from that and say, right, well, Leeds are going to be a much better team than Wolves, right? Did you agree that Leeds are going to be a much better side? Yeah.
100%.
If we play like that today against Leeds, we're not winning at home. They're going to beat us. Leeds will beat us.
I agree.
The real concern now is you've lost Xavi Simons, who is the only creative we've got, really, who can shine. Or he might not do much for 70 minutes, but he might have a 30-second period where he comes alive and that's all we need. So we've lost him. We have to change the way we play now. He has to, because he hasn't got that creative to play a 4-3-3. I honestly think Spurs should go to a 4-5-1, one lone striker, push the fullbacks are, and just be really tight in that midfield to not allow teams to get at us. And see if we can score from a set piece, or see if Paulinho can pop up with a goal, or, Mateus Tel is due one, right? He's due one. He always gets one once in a while. He's due one. Van de Ven's due a header. Porro, he's always got something in him every 5 or 6 games. So I just feel that this 4-3-3, to me, it feels like we're playing with 9 men. I feel like we've got 9 men on the pitch. Whereas if we played a 4-5-1, at least I know I've got 11 players on the pitch. At least there's a bit more of a chance now that Xavi Simons is out. Because without Xavi, unless Maddison is fit, or is it all for show? Is he on the bench just for morale? We don't know, right? But that is one hell of a risk.
It's morale, 100%.
Yeah, so, if we do start Maddison, it's one hell of a risk. The guy's been out with an ACL. He's going to need at least 3 games just to get up to speed. And, we saw last week against Brighton, Bentancur came off after 60 minutes because he just didn't have the fitness. De Zerbi has to change something for the next 4 games, because the next 4 games are some of the hardest games of our season. Leeds are on fire right now. This is one hell of a tough game we've got. I don't care if Leeds are in the bottom 6, 7. They've caught good form. And that striker they've got, he's going to be a handful for us. Wolves didn't have a killer up front. Leeds have got a killer. Villa away is never easy. Chelsea away is like the biggest juju, voodoo, curse fixture that we could ever ask for. And the last game of the season, God knows. If Everton are fighting for Europe and, they're no mugs. The next 4 games are the most difficult we've got. The so-called easy games, Palace, Fulham, Forest, Wolves. These were the easier
West Ham.
games. West Ham. These are the harder games now coming up. So I don't think De Zerbi's going to get away with the 4-3-3. Not with the players that we've got at the club. So I really hope he changes it. Because if not, my fear is curtains. I still think we're going to be stuck in this bottom 3 come end of the season. But if we're going to have a chance with the injuries that we've now got, he's got to change the way we go at these games, because that performance today, we're not going to get away with it against Villa and Leeds and those teams. That they will punish us. Having said that, if he can stink it out for 4 games, who gives a shit, right? If he stinks out 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, no one's going to care. So.
Yeah,
exactly.
4-5-1 with a stinking it out.
No, West Ham have incredibly hard games. They got to go away to Brentford and Arsenal next 2 games.
I think
we just
Arsenal's
need to stink it out.
I think Arsenal's at their ground.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Listen, let's not underestimate West Ham, right? I think they're in the top 5 teams in the Premier League for form right now.
Probably.
West Ham have got their shit together.
They're 8th, 8 points in the last 5 games.
So in the form guide, they're not in the top 5. Then have I got that wrong?
No, that's Forest the 2nd. In the last 5 games, they're 8th in the form table.
Okay, so that's not a bad. Not a bad stat to have. So, the thing with West Ham is, guys, because I was watching both games because I had in the pub they had both games on. Everton turned the screw, and West Ham defended really well. Like they're throwing bodies on the line. And
should Everton have had a penalty, by the way?
Unbelievable! It wasn't a penalty. Unbelievable! It was for me. Stonewall. The guy. So if I'm the West Ham player, if I'm the Everton player, the West Ham player was behind. He put his arms through kind of his armpits, and he's lifted the ball in front of him. So the ball's bounced in front of him, and he's dinked it with his hand in the penalty box.
Crazy.
VAR looked at it and said no penalty. It's like, if that was Van der Ven, Danzo, Romero, they're giving the penalty. So, yeah, 100% it should have been a penalty.
I was saying the 2-footed challenge would have been a red card for Romero. The one that was it Andre
on Bissouma.
Andre on Bissouma, just before the half got blown.
That was a red. If Romero makes that, it's a red card, 100%.
Oh, the Wolves player on us. That was a red. That was a red all day long as well, 100%. The West Ham guy next to me, he couldn't believe that they got away with the penalty decision. And when the Wolves player went in on Bissouma, he said, "How's that not a red?" So even the team that wants us to go down to save their club could see that it was a red in our game, and he admitted it was a penalty in his game as well. I don't know, man. We're clearly not getting the decisions. Nothing referee-wise, nothing's going our way at the moment.
There's a conspiracy. There's a Steligation conspiracy going on in the PGMOL. I'm so certain of it, man.
Why am I getting dragged down with this conspiracy now? Why am I catching strays from men? Listen, last week I had to deal with your brother who couldn't do his maths. Big Sim. Ash knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
quick maths. Yeah, I saw that.
This week I'm getting blamed for the referee conspiracy. I don't know why I come on this show, really.
We love you, Stel. We love you, Stel. Stel, always a play. Go on.
Ben, I just want to say one last thing, okay? I really, really hope that the next game he drops Mawani, man. I really hope he just benches
He's not going to. He's not going to.
Yeah. Then do you know what? Okay, if he's not going to drop Mawani,
he'll be out.
do you know what? I'm close, man. I'm getting there. I'm just holding back from saying it because I like Deserbi. I actually like him.
Hey, clip it.
I literally, you know, when you get a new manager, right? You've got to do what all the fans do: give him time, be patient, relax. I cannot accept Paulinho not starting and Moani starting. Those two things, I find it drives me mad, man, because I can see the difference it would make to not have Moani on, to have Paulinho on. If he starts Leeds with Paulinho on the bench and Moani up top, I don't know, man. I don't know how I can contain my frustration because to me it's so bloody obvious, Do you guys at least agree with the Moani thing that he needs to be dropped?
Yeah.
I've been saying it all season, mate. I don't know how he's getting away with it with every manager.
I've said it for long. I thought Tell should start, but I just thought I knew he was going to start Moani because he was talking about Y Scout and YouTube and trying to get the players' confidence up and told Moani that, look how you played it as a right winger at Frankfurt. Come do that for us. I said, he doesn't understand what's going on yet. He'll learn.
I think if Javi wouldn't have got injured, Moani would have been dropped next game. But now Javi's injured, I think he's going to start Moani.
Do you know what, man? I can't. Basically, we're starting the next game with 10 men. It's 10 versus 11 even before the game.
We start every game with 10 men still. Every bloody game.
Look, I'll leave it on a positive because I know people love their positives. Whether you're part of this delegation tribe or whether you're praying to God Tottenham stay up, wherever you're at, we had to win today and we did, right?
Straight.
Forget what the other clubs did. Today was that must win, and at least for those that wanted, that want us to stay up and whatnot, it was a must win and we did, and that's we can't really ask for much more today, can we?
No,
Absolutely,
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Big up, Stel.
Big up, Stel, man.
Speak to you soon, mate.
Love, bro.
Big up. Take care.
See you later, mate.
Peace.
Ending on a positive, Mr. Stelios. That's what we like to hear. Let's move on to Nate, CDO Spurs.
CDO?
Nate.
Ash, Ben, how we doing?
Nate, you got a smile on your face today. What is going on?
Man, honestly, I could care less because this might be the last time I see a win this entire season. So I'm going to milk it in while I can. So hopefully not.
I love it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, where should we start? Like,
Let's start with the positives because we have got 3 points today. Not really much to go on in terms of performance, but any player stood out for you to think about, you know what, in these last 4 games, he can step up and actually do something for us?
Yeah, for me, I'd probably say Bentancur. And Bentancur is a player that I've slated off all season. But now he's come back and he looked like he hasn't been away at all. He's played amazing. So for me, Bentancur has been a phenomenal player for us so far in these last 2 games. Like you said, though, it's tough to find positives. But at the end of the day, we're not really looking for, obviously we want to see our team play well. We want to see them, have good passages of play, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really about the result and it's about getting the win. And that's what I care about the most because you can play as well as you want, as we saw against Brighton. But at the end of the day, we didn't win. Yeah. If we played like this against Brighton and we would have won that, I would have taken that any day of the way, any day of the week rather, because we need wins. And if you look at my prediction last week where I said that I think we need 4 wins, I think that's still trending in the right direction because we still got West Ham getting wins. We've got Forest slapping up teams. It might be out of our hands at this current point. I don't know.
No, I think you're right. 4 wins is...
I don't think it's going to take 4 wins. I really
think so.
don't. Because how many wins?
Well,
how many wins are West Ham getting out of Brentford away, Arsenal at home, Newcastle away, and Leeds at home?
Well, I didn't think that they would have won today, and then look at where they win.
Yeah,
Brentford away,
same.
I thought before this game, I thought they would have. I thought that was definitely like at least a drop points. I think they win that now. Arsenal, I think historically, like in the last couple of years, I think West Ham have been a bit of a bogey team for Arsenal. This is perfect timing for West Ham to ruin Arsenal's trophy parade. Like, I think it's all trending in the wrong direction for us. And then a last game this season against Leeds, where they're already on the beach. Like, you know what I mean? I think they might, if things keep going this way and they keep performing how they do, they could win all the rest of the games. Arsenal, maybe that's a stretch. That could be a stretch if I'm being honest. But I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest. And then Forest, man, I think unless they lose their next 2 games, I think they might be good, to be honest.
So you said 4 games. Do you see us beating Aston Villa away from home, knowing that we've got Xavi out? Who else is out?
Solanke.
And Solanke, yeah.
Solanke, yeah. Yeah, see, before last time
Before
when
you
I came
answer
on,
that,
I
they
said
do.
that,
It is sandwiched in between European semi-finals, so they will have to rest players.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, last weekend I said if we can get something at Wolves, if we can get a win at Wolves, I think that we could do something against Aston Villa. Obviously, the performance wasn't there, and now that we have Xavi and Solanke out, that changes things a lot. But the difference between this Wolves game and Aston Villa is that Villa is going to look to be a lot more expansive, right? Brighton did the exact same thing, and that actually played into our favor. The difference here, like we said, is Xavi's gone. Where I'm looking at now is obviously the set pieces, like that's going to be huge. Pauline should probably come in now. And then another thing that I don't really see people talking about is if we can press and win the ball up high, I think that could also be a key to success as well. It worked pretty well against Brighton. I suspect that we could probably do something similar against Villa. So unless Unai Emery just decides to like go long and not play at the back, which I don't think he will, then I think there could be something there for us to press him up high. Outside of set pieces and that though, it's dark. I can't lie, it's dark.
But it is only four games. Did you think? I know we were shit today. Look, granted, we were terrible today, but we did get over the line and we got 3 points. Can that build any sort of momentum or confidence?
And that's exactly what I'm looking at. Like, we were shit, whatever, but like there was times where West Ham didn't play the greatest either, and they still got a point. You know, they didn't lose. They might have gotten a win. Like, I'm not really looking for us to be playing prime Barcelona ball right now. I'm looking for us to just get some freaking wins, whether that's through like some crazy overhead kick or an own goal. I do not care. I just get the win, right? So whatever means necessary that allows De Zerbi to put the team together to get that win, that's what I'm looking at specifically. And this win is huge mentally for the players. And I think De Zerbi had a quote about Moani, about like how Moani started the game well, but then like he lost his confidence after the first half or something like that. That's what it comes down to. It's just about the mentality and the confidence. Because with Brighton, the mentality wasn't there to see that game out. But with Wolves, it was. So now let's build off of that. Let's keep going from there.
It's interesting you said mentality. So I'm reading a quote from Robert De Zerbi. It says, "I hope this result can change something in our head, in our mentality." So
And that's what we got to hope for. That's the only thing we got to cling on to.
We have nothing else. We have nothing else. It's just like, I don't know what type of voodoo we did for that Europa League, but the injuries, I've never seen anything like this. Like, I actually want to know like the actual stats for this. Like, it has to be like the worst. Like, Ange first season, Ange second season. Now with Frank, Tudor, De Zerbi, I don't think I've ever seen a Premier League club have this amount of injuries. Like,
But
I don't
Nate-
want them to use that.
Nate,
Yeah.
it actually goes further than that. It's not just the injuries, it's the refereeing decisions as well. Like every week there is a key defining refereeing decision that goes against us. Sunderland, it was Brobby. Against Brighton, there were plenty of decisions that went against us. Today, surely Andre should have got sent off today. And the penalty decision at Everton West Ham as well.
Yeah, honestly, like if Romero did that tackle, he would have been in prison. 100%.
Yeah, literally.
Like it's comical, and then they have the audacity to go out 2 weeks later after the game of the Sunderland game and be like, "Oh, we made a mistake." Like, are you kidding me? Like, these things is what sends us down. Like, and I hate to use the referees as a scapegoat because I think it's just a way just to, relieve pressure upon the players and the managers. But like, it's the truth. Like, the decisions. I'm just waiting for the documentary to come out of like how like they're all rooting for us to send us down, BGMOL and all those people just want us to go down. I'm just waiting for that documentary. But I mean, yeah, it's just looking on to the next couple of games here. If you were to ask me if I have hope, but it's diluted. I still think ultimately that we do go down because I just think we left it too late and there's too many things working against us. Like there's too many things going against us. But if there's anything that I can cling on to, it's just the fact that we do have De Zerbi, and I think he is a smart coach. He just has to fix a couple things, and then we finally got a win, and hopefully we can use that as a springboard to keep pushing on. But
Yeah, you know, we
might be
we
too
are
late.
Tottenham TV. We love a bit of delusion, and we need delusion is going to see us through this, man. That's the only thing that can see us through this is a bit of delusion. But you know, back a couple of years ago, or however many years ago it was, when Leicester won the league, Mark Clattenburg came out about a year after and was like, "Oh, we all wanted Leicester to win the league, and they were getting decisions that maybe they wouldn't have got." I'm telling you, the same thing is going on now with Spurs to get
100%.
relegated. They want the story and they want Spurs to get relegated. And it's on us to overcome that. But it's a tall order, man.
No, because I'm seeing, like, it's just every single, like, even other fan bases. Like, I'm seeing, like, Everton fans being like, oh, like, it's fine that we lost because at least Spurs go down. It's like, what did Spurs ever do? And like, I haven't been supporting Spurs like as long as most people, so I don't know like what the hell like has been going on in the past. But like, what did Tottenham actually do to deserve this amount of like backlash and hate for what? I just don't understand it.
It's because we're in the so-called Big Six, and they want to see a big club go down. You know, it's one less for them to beat.
Yeah,
That's it.
Like, again, like Big Six, like immediate, like it's just. To me, it's just insane how everything that could go wrong and how every other team that I've seen put in 10 out of 10 performances against us then bend over for West Ham, bend over for Forest. It's just bad. Like something is going on here that I just can't even begin to comprehend. But do you got like in terms of like the lineup, like what do you guys see happening next game? Like should Paulina come in, Mwani? Like is there any sort of like hope for the 10 position? Could Bergvall step in there?
In terms of trying to press high from the front and win the ball back in their final third, I mean Bergvall surely has got to get a look in. You know, he did it against Brighton, and as soon as he came on, he won it. But Stel was talking about Paulinho. You know, we had a long conversation on it, and I definitely see
Then
it.
who do you
because he
drop
is
for?
our biggest threat from set pieces?
Probably have to be Basuma. That would have to come out if Paulinho comes in. And the only thing I think is, I think the Zoe does like him, and the only comparison I would look at would be at Marseille, where he had Højbjerg, who's a player that doesn't get on a half turn, who we've criticised in the past.
Well, Højbjerg can pass the ball better than Paulinho still.
Yeah, it's true. But again, as I said, I think De Zerbi, it looked like they had a connection. From what I've seen in the training pictures and videos, they seem to be getting along, and I think he trusts him. So maybe Basuma comes out and then Paulinho will go in after that challenge as well. But that's the only way I could see things changing, because it was both Paulinho and Bergvall that were involved in the Brighton goal. The assist for Xavi Simons. They both it was Bergvall that pressed, and then it was Paulinho that passed the ball forward for Xavi Simons to get onto and score that goal. So,
see, my only thing with that though is that I had a term for this pivot that we like to call Bentancur and Paulinho, and I call it the Haram pivot, because that's what Thomas Frank loved using for the first part of the season.
He did.
So for us to go back to that now.
Does that mean Frank just stayed? Is that what we're saying, Frank?
However, I would say with that pivot though, we didn't concede many goals.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't concede many goals, but we didn't score many goals either. So, which is what we need right now.
That's what we need right now.
So,
but Bentancur and Paulinho are our biggest threats from set pieces from the midfielders anyway.
Yeah, I probably, honestly,
I don't know who's in the background, but can you mute yourself?
Yeah, I'm hearing about the feedback there. Either way, though, I don't think you can play Bentancur and Paulinho together. But if Basuma hasn't been doing much for me either way. You probably could get away with Bentancur or Paulinho, but we need some goals, and I guess Paulinho is one of our top goal scorers. So it's just a mess, man. It's a mess. But I think you'll probably get Bergvall in there if you want to press high.
One thing we could do, look, I think thinking outside the box is. And that shit, I'm going to say it. No.
Say it, Ash.
You got to say it now.
I changed my mind.
Nothing's diluted at this point.
When I actually thought about it properly, I thought it through. I was like, no. I was thinking, if you want to, because remember, Mwani is the issue, right? He's the problem. So it's a bit like what Stel was saying, in terms of like not playing three at the top. You play with 2 10s close to forward. So if you're playing with 2 10s,
who are the 10s? We don't have a 10.
we'd have to use Conor Gallagher and Bergvall as the 2 10s.
At least they'll press.
They will press like crazy, and then you have Richarlison up top.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you could do. If you
I'd
wanted
be
to,
up for that.
if you wanted to drop,
But
if
then
you
there's
wanted
no
to,
bad.
Matty's tell.
yeah, you lose Tell, but you could use Tell maybe as a wing back. I don't know.
I know De Zerbi likes to play. I think under Brain, I think he did
3-5-2.
play like, yeah, like I think he'd end up with putting like sometimes midfielders as fullback. Sometimes
Yeah.
I don't see why Tell couldn't play fullback if you have Van de Ven there on the left to cover. I don't know. I don't want to lose Tell. That's the thing. I think you need to get Tell at the top, like or on the wing. Sorry,
Yeah,
'cause
you
he's
could,
been
you
playing
could have
well.
Tell instead of Richarlison. If you don't believe in Richarlison, you could have Tell up top, and then have your two wing.
I
backs.
like Tell, but Tell up top. This guy still hasn't scored a goal in like who knows how long. So
Just saying.
I guess-
Probably hasn't scored since that Bournemouth game, has he?
This is why I stopped myself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This is why I was like,
Yeah, I get it now.
I did the
I
quick
guess we're-
Matrix. I did the quick, Doctor Strange. I did that.
Yeah.
And then I figured it out. I was like, no, actually, no.
So I guess we're finished then because we have no solutions. That's what we're saying. Like,
Well, by hook or by crook, we just need to shithouse these last 4 games.
That's what it is.
That's all it is.
That's what
Yeah,
it is.
that's what I think.
Set
too.
pieces,
Set piece
Paulinia. I don't know, man.
Haram ball. I agree, man. It might have to be a
Yeah.
haram thing. So.
you know who was the Haram Masteress? That was Thomas Frank. So maybe we should get Thomas. Actually, anyways, that was that
It
thing.
all leads back to Frank.
That really
I'm
is
kidding, I'm
outside the
kidding, I'm
box. That
kidding.
really is
Yeah.
outside the box. Nate,
Nate, dog.
one last question.
Big ups, guys.
Are we doing
Yeah.
it or not? Are we
Are we
staying
staying
up?
up? Are we staying up? The $1 million question.
Now we're going down still. I think it's too much. We're going down. We're going down.
Even with
I think we're
that
still
big
going down.
smile, man, we can't even stay up. Fuck's
It's the
sake.
smile of because if you're not gonna smile, you're gonna cry, right? So
Correct.
that's what you gotta do, man. That's what you gotta do.
Big up, Nate. Thanks for
Anyways,
coming on
guys.
today.
Big ups.
Big up, bro.
Take care, guys.
Nate is resigned. Says we're going down.
Maybe we get some more optimism for our next caller.
Maybe Chris can give us a bit more.
Rose.
Give us a bit more light. Chris, how you doing, mate?
Hello.
Yes,
Guys, how are you?
Chris. Yes, we're blessed, man.
Yeah,
How are you
we're
doing?
all right, man. 3 points in the
3
bag.
points, brother. Come on.
Finally.
First
Wonderful
win
for
of
so long.
2026. How you feeling?
Our second win, actually. Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. In the league.
But Premier League, first win, yeah.
Atletico Madrid, we
No,
won, but we still lost. So
Yeah, it's
like
true.
today. We're still in relegation.
No, but it was a good performance today, man. No, it's not a good performance, sorry. Good result.
I was about to say
Good result.
what?
Good result. Not a great performance. But it's not at this point in the season, it's not about the performances, it's about the results.
That's true.
Correct.
And we got the result today that we needed to get. I always thought that West Ham would win today as well, which is why we had to win. And it was looking really bad at one point when it was 0-0 for so long and West Ham were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
And you could just feel it like 4 points, 4 games to go. Like, no, it's too much. But even now, where is it? 2 points? 1 point now, isn't it? Still.
Yeah. Still the same.
It's so hard to call. And our games, in my opinion, are harder than theirs.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, of course. What, Villa away and Chelsea away? We haven't won at Stamford Bridge since when Dele Alli scored the brace. And that's
Yeah,
once in
but
30 years.
Villa are in between 2 European semi-finals.
That don't matter, man. But their squad's good. And they were a top manager there as well. And our squad's
I
even
mean,
more
I
depleted now.
was watching Villa today, and I thought they were shocking.
Yeah, they lost one else for them today, but look at us. Look at us. We're worse.
We won.
No, but I'm saying we're worse than Villa, though.
Oh, we're much worse than Villa. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah. And we're going to their ground, and
Yeah, Villa
we have no
away today.
Xavi Simons, we have no Simmons, we have no Solanke. Even though I'm not a big fan of Solanke anyway, but we have no Simmons. And for me, Simmons was the guy to get us out of this. I know he didn't score today, but I was looking to him to be our sort of hero. But now it looks like he's on his ACL, MCL, whatever you want to call it. It's bad, man. And Solanke's done his hamstring or groin.
Yeah.
That's another strike option down. Richarlison is always on an edge where he could get injured.
Yeah.
We're really in a corner, and the refereeing decisions have been horrific again. Week in, week out, we're seeing this now. It's ridiculous to me. I just don't understand how they're getting away with it as well.
Is there a conspiracy to send Spurs down from the PGMOL? I am convinced of it.
Apparently,
Man.
there's going to be a big piece on it on Monday Night Football.
Really?
So guys, watch out for that.
Is
Sky
there?
Sports. Jamie
You know
Carragher.
what? This
Hopefully, man.
this could be, if there is a piece on it on Sky Sports, this could be the thing that we need because everyone's going to be watching it. There's going to be big
The
highlight.
the
on it.
handball was crazy, bro. I actually, have you seen it, Chris?
What,
have you
the
seen
West
the
Ham?
handball? The West Ham, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen
No,
the
I didn't
handball?
see it. Because I was doing a watch along for the game. The chat was saying West Ham should have a penalty. I was like, what? No, West Ham Everton should have a penalty. But I didn't know what it was for.
Bro, he was doing up volleyball, bro. The way he scooped it with his hand. You know, like when they're playing Brazilian volleyball and they save it with their hand.
Yeah.
Bro,
What?
Well, when you go watch it, you're gonna be shocked.
I'll go watch
I
it, I'll
thought it was
watch it
over
soon.
exaggeration, but he literally
Yeah.
scoops it. He scoops the ball with his
God.
hand. I said, yeah. From behind, you know, he comes up behind him like he's gonna give him a hug.
That's mad.
Gets the
Okay.
ball with his hand and the referee's like, VAR said, yeah. I can't see a penalty.
See,
But,
this is where I know-
Sissoko with his armpit
Oh, my
was a penalty.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Go on, Chris. Sorry.
Still going back to Sissoko.
Make it make sense. Oh, jeez. Go on, sorry.
No, but this. If you're saying this from behind as well, what about last week? Brighton, Udogie, Minter was all over him.
Yeah,
all
that was
over
a
him.
penalty.
No intention of playing the ball whatsoever. He stamps on his calf, which could have been his injury, which could have been cause to his injury as well. And how was that not even looked at by VAR? If you're saying that's from behind as well from today, that's crazy to me, man.
It's nuts. The decisions that I'm seeing week in, week out, if for anything that affects Spurs, it's a joke.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's a joke.
And I honestly really hate using referees as like a scapegoat.
I'm just watching
But-
it now again. Oh, it's just ridiculous, man. It really is. He's not exaggerating when he says volleyball. He's literally
Let's watch
volleyball.
it. But it's a
It's
joke.
mad.
But when I came on here after we lost to Sunderland, with the way they scored against us as well, this is what happens to teams that go down, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
This
is what I agree.
does.
This is what I
This what
agree
happens. You
with
see this. You see this with previous sides being relegated. You see it happen all the time. Like, it's not a surprise. It's just because with Tottenham, we just can't believe that is even happening. But in reality, how the reality is, this is what happens. Deflected goals go against you. Even today almost went against us. The red card decision, that was appalling. How has Andre not been sent off for a disgusting challenge on Bissouma?
100%.
2 legs. If that's Romero, that's a red card.
Yep.
Straight red. If that's Van der Ven, that's a red card.
Yep.
Hey,
Like,
talk to me about Moani's performance because,
Oh,
yeah. Do you think he has a case of playing the next game? Is there any way that he plays? Because we reckon because Xavi got injured, he may feature again.
I don't know. I feel like if he, I rate Colomwani as a striker. I don't rate him as a right wing. I think that we've seen the best of Colomwani up front, not out wide. Played up front against Arsenal, we scored. Played up front against Atletico, we
But
scored.
we got no wingers. That's the problem. We got no wingers.
That's another problem we have. Well, we do. We have Tell. You could put Tell on the right and play Colomwani up front, for instance.
Then
But
who goes on the left?
Now we. I don't know. Call up fucking Luca Williams.
Sousa.
Luca Williams. No, but why can't we? But we all have Tasmania, like we have no squad. But why can't we just go to our youngsters for once?
Yeah,
And I know it's
Tynan
a
Thompson.
bad.
Who? Tynan
Put Williams,
Thompson?
put Luca Williams Barnett on there, man.
Luca Williams-Barnett's just come back off a long injury as well.
Has he?
Yeah.
Where are
done.
all these
Done
injuries
out.
coming from, by the way? Where are they coming from?
Training ground, stadium.
Hotspur
It's
way
ridic-
special, man.
But we have this 5-star facilities, man. What is that all about?
It's to do
It's-
with the because you know, like, this is my conspiracy, by the way. This is allegedly, but it's the level of thickness of the pitch compared to other grounds. So with Spurs,
Yes, I saw that.
the turf that we've got, normally when you're playing in a normal football pitch, you've got layers of earth underneath. We don't have that same protection, and that's why
No, we don't.
It's a
Brighton.
retractable pitch.
Yeah, so Brighton, the Brighton
Yeah.
midfielder, Gomez, he picked up a knee injury as well. He's missing for the rest of the season because of it. Allegedly, guys. So,
But
No,
you
I
look at
agree.
at injuries like Maddison. He did his ACL on tour in Asia.
Yeah.
You got Javi Simmons done it today. Solanke done. You know what I mean? There's injuries happening everywhere.
yeah, but what I'm saying, because like when you're landing your foot, after a while, the absorption, because it's not there,
Yeah.
regardless of where you play, it's going to give away at some point because you've been playing on that surface for so long. And that could be the 4G pitches.
It's just a build-up, you're saying?
Yeah, it's a build-up of things. It's a bit like, we know what, when Ange took over, we had all these muscular injuries. Do you know what I'm saying?
Joke.
And then now, off the back end of it, you're seeing some of these players still pick up injuries because it's like what do you call it? A hangover or. But
Just
again,
a build up, yeah.
Yeah, build up. But again, conspiracy. So yeah, don't get at me, guys, in the chat.
I mean, no, I have seen that going around. I even said that myself ages ago. But it's not even just a recent thing, really, these injuries either. We used to have injuries on the porch at White Hart Lane when Kane would be injured for a long amount of time with his ankle. Odegaard got injured, Vertonghen got injured. Like, it's like a common theme with us as a club. We just have this injury-prone status amongst our players. And it's not a good thing to have because that's why, in my opinion, we've been so inconsistent all seasons because we have to keep chopping and changing the starting lineup week in, week out. When you look at teams like, I hate to use them as an example, but when you look at Arsenal, they have that set lineup unless there is an injury. They have that set lineup every week, and look where they are. Battling for the title. I know they're bottling it low key, but they're battling. They're still there. They're not getting relegated. They're still
1-0
up
up
there.
right now.
Yeah, 1-0 up right
Yeah,
now.
they are. Man City, they have that set lineup every week, or Pep will do like a little stupid experiment and he'll lose because he's trying something new, changing it. But if you have that set lineup week in, week out, you're going to build chemistry, cohesion to go and win games. But with us, we haven't had the
That's
luck
what
of that
Deserby's
because
trying to do now, though, isn't he?
yeah, he is. But it's so hard for him to do it when you've got Solanke, Shabby, Udogie, 3 players already injured. It's crazy. And Kudus as well. Kudus meant to be back, injured.
Yeah.
And I hate using injuries and stuff like that as an excuse, but it's a real matter. It's a real fact that it's really bad. It's going against us right now. And it's so frustrating because I also want to see a set lineup every week and our best 11 every week and see what they can do. Because our best 11 week in, week out, I'm telling you, we will not be in this position right now, regardless of who the manager is. But because we've had all these injuries and chopping and changing of players week in, week out, it doesn't help at all.
It's mad, isn't it? Because like De Zerbi, since he's come in, we all talk about injuries for the last 2 years. He's lost his most influential players, 5 of them. Romero, Udogie out for a game, Javi Simmons, Solanke, and Kudus was supposed to be back, and he's out for the rest of the season. That's all his most influential players.
I know. And where's our creativity coming from, guys? You guys, I heard before, Bergvall. Bergvall is not the man to fill in Xavi's boots. He can't. I don't rate Bergvall one bit. He works hard. He's a runner off the ball, but on the ball, I don't think he's that great.
But that's what we're saying about Bergvall is, Ash was saying 2 number 10s behind the striker. If it's Gallagher and Bergvall, at least they're going to press high and win the ball high up the pitch.
That's what it is. That's the only tactic.
I know, yeah, but
and stinking out the game.
Pitch,
we're not trying to like dominate teams and play the Zerbi ball. Right now, we're just thinking about stinking it out, getting 1-0s, and the only way to do that is to have them high intensity, just press and win like corners.
Yeah, I guess so. But you're saying they win the ball back. Yeah, they could do, but they can't pass the bloody ball.
Yeah, what do they do after it?
Paulinho, innit? But yeah, I get it.
But Paulinho's different though. He's not like he's not going to play in an attacking position though.
No, he's
so
not.
I
He
don't
still
expect
scores
Paulinho
all
being
our
able.
bloody goals.
Yeah.
I know exactly, madness, and he's on the bench half the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. It's actually crazy, but
Chris,
I still don't know.
Are we staying up or not?
I said last week we're down, so I'm not changing my fact that we're going to go down. I know it's very negative. I know I'm buzzing about today's win. I am, but West Ham winning as well. I feel like their fixtures are more favourable than our ones. Unfortunately, they're playing well every game now. We're not really clicked into gear yet, but hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am. But
hope so.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it right now. Unless we Villa away, then I can see it. But,
Big up, Chris. Thanks for
That's
coming
it. I'll be
on
up to
today,
you guys,
mate.
man.
Big up, Chris.
Take care, guys.
See you later.
Yes.
Big up. Who we got next? We have got David.
David. Hey, Ginola.
David Ginola, La
Got the trim as
Magnifique.
well.
How you doing, David?
How are you guys doing?
All
I'm doing
good.
good, thank you.
All good, all good.
Talk to me, man. Win, finally. First win in 2026.
3
Does
points.
it
We're
give-
staying up. We're staying up.
Yeah, are we? Are we?
I think it's too early to tell.
4 games left,
think
man.
No, but yeah, there's 4 games left.
I'm just going to run to the...
Well,
Yeah.
I think if we had drawn or lost this game, I would have 100% said we are going down.
Yeah, I was there as well.
But I'm hoping this game can give us a bit of momentum and a bit of confidence. But yeah, it's hard to tell. And West Ham, they just have something in them, which is annoying. And Nottingham Forest, I think they're safe now.
So you're
From being
saying
confident.
Tottenham's safety depends on other teams, and not, so it's not in our own hands. Is that what you're essentially saying then?
I think it is in our hands. I think we have to focus on our games. But I think at the same time, I think we need favorable results in West Ham games. We need West Ham to lose, hopefully two. I'm hoping they lose two out of the next four,
So you're
but it's
saying,
quite optimistic.
okay, so you're saying it's down to other teams, but I mean, in terms of our own games, we've got Aston Villa and Leeds coming up. Knowing the injuries that we have at the moment, who do we turn to get those results? How do we get it over the line? That's what I'm trying to understand.
So I'm gonna put something out there, which I don't think would be quite expected. I would say, because Xavi is out, I'm gonna say we play Souza as our left winger, put Spence as our left back, put Matisse Tau as our right winger, and put Richarlison up front. I'm only giving a shout for Souza, mainly because he's young, and I think he will add a bit of fight into the team. And I think that's exactly what we need right now. And when we're defending, we'll then have that extra defender. So then we'll go to a back five, and when we're defending, Spence will tuck in, and Souza will kind of play that left back, and Spence will be that left centre back.
Sousa.
I think that's my shout for when we play Leeds and Everton. I think when we play Aston Villa and Chelsea, I think we go to a 4-5-1.
Well, same as
Well,
Stelios.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think for those two games, we need to win those midfield battles. If we don't win the midfield battles against
Interesting.
Aston Villa and Chelsea, I think we lose those games. I think
The thing is with Sousa, right? We just don't know what he's like as a player.
Yeah,
We've seen him
I
in
know.
drips and drabs.
That's why I'm saying it's quite I don't think many people will agree with me, and I think we need to take a risk because now Xavi's out. I wouldn't be saying this if Xavi wasn't out,
Yeah.
and I don't want to see Kolo Muani play for us. He's absolutely shit. He does nothing all game, and his passing is horrendous. That's my shout because I think Sousa will fight for the ball, and the only time I've seen him play was Manchester United, and he did look slightly bright. He did run up and down the pitch, so he does have that kind of energy with him. And he did when he played for Santos. He did on a few occasions play kind of that attacking left back. So I think he might work, but it is a massive risk. It is a risk. Or we just go to a 4-5-1. We stack the midfield, we put all our midfielders in, and we hope and pray. We play
Well,
the most.
I hate to break it to people. It says here from De Zerbi, Robert De Zerbi on Randall Kolo Muani. Beginning of the first half, Kolo Muani started very well the game and then lost his confidence. And then he lost his confidence. I have to go every day for lunch with Kolo Muani this week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner because he is a top player with potential, and I want him to go play the better he feels.
May I just say? May I
I
just
told
add
you
to that?
he did start well, to be fair, in the first 10 minutes, but petered out very quickly.
He did, and there is a good player within him, but we're not going to get that good player out of him in 4 games. It's unrealistic. Let's say if we had 13 games left of the season, then maybe yes, but it's too late. He isn't benefiting the team at all. So I think we need to find a different option. But unfortunately, Robert De Zerbi likes him, sees something in him, and he's going to constantly play him. My prediction, he's going to start every single game until the end of the season.
How do you feel about
That's my prediction.
Paulinho? Because there's a bit of
So-
debate going on at the moment. If he
I
should
like
start or
Paulinho,
not.
but I don't think he's the type of player to start for us. I think we bring him on around the 50th, 60th minute mark. I think he's a super sub. He's a game changer. I think when the other team's tired, I think that's when we bring him on because he will bring that physicality, he will win the ball, and he's most likely to score a stoppage time winner. I don't think he will get the best out of him, I'm being completely honest, if we start him. Because he's a good player to win the ball back, but he's not a good passer. So I don't think it will benefit us to have him on the pitch for most of the game. I think we start off the game with like a Bergval, or let's say an Archie Gray, or a type of midfielder who's good with passing, and we try to be a bit more attacking. We try to get that first goal. And then around that 60th minute mark, we bring on Paulinho kind of to control the game and maybe get an extra goal. That's the way I see it.
Thing is, if
I
he
don't
is our
see him-
biggest threat from set pieces, isn't that what we need from now to the end of the season? We need our biggest threats from set pieces because our biggest creativity has just been ripped out the team.
Yeah, I see your point there, but it's a hard one. It's hard.
In terms of
I
nice
don't know.
passing, progressing the ball up the pitch, like we're not getting anywhere with or without Polinia. So we just need our biggest threats
exactly.
in terms of those small little percentages that we can gain throughout the game.
I think it's hard because I would preferably like to see him come on as a sub
Yeah.
when the other team is tired because he will fight for the ball and he'll be aggressive. And I think that could maybe change the game in our favor later on. But it's hard with Xavi Simons going down.
Where do our goals come from?
That's it. Paulinho.
I'm really interested in what everyone thinks.
Own goals. We do the
Start
Arsenal
works to start
style. We
season.
just
Own
We
goals,
just
set pieces.
put in own goal set pieces. We
Deflections.
played the most horrendous football in history just to survive. It's tough. I don't know. I don't know anymore with this team. It's yeah, it's difficult to say. I think I understand your point of starting Paulinho, and I would start him against Leeds and Everton. I would start him in those games, but I would start him as a sub maybe if we play Aston Villa or Chelsea. Because the only way for me that I see us winning against Aston Villa and Chelsea, I think we are the first team to score a goal. I think that's the only way we win.
I agree.
I
I think that's the only way we win any of these games.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with Aston Villa, even though they are in the semi-finals of the Europa League, I think that doesn't guarantee us anything. I think they will still fight for it. And I do have a feeling there is a conspiracy to get Spurs relegated. So
100%.
when it comes to playing us, I think the teams will turn up. They will fight. They will fight for the ball.
Do you think the club needs to do a lot more in highlighting these incidents that are going against Spurs?
The annoying thing about this is if we highlight these events which have happened over the course of this season, and it is very clear that there is probably some kind of conspiracy to get us relegated, what's going to happen? It's not as if we're going to stay in the Premier League. It's not as if we're going to get any points added back on. Maybe for our peace of mind, we'll finally understand, yes, okay, the referees have come out and they have admitted there was some kind of conspiracy leaning to get Spurs relegated. But we won't get anything out of it. In the end, it won't benefit us. In the end, we'll most likely still be in the Championship.
The thing is, I would say to that, David, is that there were a lot of decisions going against Arsenal and they made a song and a dance about it. They kept appealing to the PGMOL, making statements and all that. And suddenly this season, they're getting all the decisions and they've got so many decisions this season. If we put the PGMOL under a bit of pressure, maybe, at least for the last 4 games, we'll get some decisions going our way.
For Arsenal.
Exactly.
It's 4 games, so I don't... If we made a ruckus out of it, I don't think it'll change in 4 games. 4 games is too little. It's too short of a time period. So I think we just have to push through it. I think it's not because of the referees we are in this situation. I think it's because of Enoch. It's because of Lange. It's because of Vinay. It's because of the players. They haven't been on top of it this season. And I think it's because of the medical department and our massive injuries. So it's this whole combination of just things going against us that have resulted us in being in this position. And I think we totally deserve being in this position because of how shit we've been this season. Do I think there's a chance we can stay up? I think there is. I think my prediction for when we for these last 3 games, Sunderland, Brighton, and Wolves, I was predicting we would get 4 points out of it. I think we would have definitely lost 1 game. So I think there's a chance. I think it should have been a penalty for Everton. I just watched the replay. It is a clear handball.
Clear. More than clear.
It is a very clear handball. So I think we just have to do our best. I think we have to focus on ourselves. Hopefully, this gives us momentum, motivation, shows us that we can actually win a game. And we just have to hope, pray. That's basically all we can do. Hope and pray that we show up for the next 4 games and that we win at least 2 games. I'm hoping we then win against Leeds. No, I think we need a win 2, draw 1.
Win 2, draw 1.
But if that
7
happens,
points.
that'll be 7 points.
Who's those against? Who's the 2 wins?
I think we win against Leeds at home. I watched the game when we played Brighton. I think the atmosphere was incredible, and I think we showed some fight and spirit. That was our best home game performance, and I think we hopefully draw out a win against Everton.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I think we draw against Aston Villa. We lose against Chelsea. That's what I'm predicting. Mm-hmm. But that's optimistic. That's me being delusional. If I'm not being delusional, I think we draw against Aston Villa. I think we lose against Leeds, or draw against Leeds. We lose against Chelsea, and we draw against Everton. I don't see us winning another game. That's me being realistic.
I prefer deluded, David.
Oh yeah, I used to be deluded, but Spurs brought me back to the ground. Brought me back to earth.
Like a lot of us. David, thanks for coming on today, my friend.
Big up.
Welcome. Have a nice day.
You too.
I think you just need time, you know, sometimes, because the results just happen. It's fresh. The way we played wasn't too good. Maybe like a couple days, delusion starts to sink back in.
100%. 100%. It's always after a game, for 24 hours after the game, I'm like, oh, there's no fucking chance of doing that. And then as soon as that kind of wears off, the delusion starts seeping back in. And then as the days goes by and it gets to Friday, I'm like, we can fucking do this. You know, we can do this. Let's hear what Philip has to say.
Flip.
Is he frozen? Is there someone else? All right, let's go to Westy.
Westy?
Westy's
my bestie. Yeah.
How you doing, Westy?
Man like Westy. Westy, you good? Can you hear us? Oh?
Can you hear us?
Westy.
All right, Westy can't hear us. Philip's frozen.
Philip's back.
We got Philip. Let's go back to Philip. Philip.
Hi guys.
How you doing, mate?
How you doing, man? You good?
We won a game, so pretty good. How about you?
Everyone's saying the same thing. That's crazy.
We won a game. How does it feel to taste win for the first time this year?
Like, it's very mixed because we had it. We were above the line for a few minutes, so you know your emotions spiked up then. But now it's after that performance and everything, it's not very high, you know.
Yeah, I mean, is there any? You say it's not very high, but is there any way that we can beat this thing?
Of course, I think so. But if we're going to survive this, we need some luck, and our luck this season has been extremely bad, like extremely bad.
Have you seen the penalty decision at West Ham?
Yeah, unfortunately, like it's not possible. Like if that happens for us, it doesn't get given, and if Romero does that, it's a penalty all day.
How can you explain this? How could you explain this? For me, there's a clear kind of conspiracy against Tottenham from the referees, from everyone involved. There's decisions, crazy decisions going against us every week. How do you explain this?
Like I don't really believe in gods or witchcraft, but after this season, like I'm positive there's some kind of god up there, because we have the most, like all this in one season, we have the most injury ravaged team of all time in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It could come down to Arsenal win the league, Chelsea are the team that sends us down, and West Ham survive instead of us. Every single decision goes against us all the time, and for the other relegation teams, it goes for them. And, Nuno, old Tottenham manager, comes down and saves West Ham while we go down.
Yeah. You just can't write it. You can't write
yeah,
it.
I know.
And then on top of that, on top of these decisions, De Zerbi's come in and he's lost pretty much all his influential players. Romero, Kudus, Solanke now, Javi now. I mean, every game we've got players going down for the rest of the season. It's just like, can we just not just catch a break just once?
Yeah, you can't explain it. Like it's not possible. It should not be possible, but of course it is for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Talking about the actual game itself, do you have any confidence from that performance taken into other games? Like looking at what you saw, is there anything you can hang your hat on and think, you know what, we could possibly take that into Aston Villa or Leeds? Is there anything that stood out to you?
We're not going to win any games if Moan is playing. That's one of them. I think David said something like playing Sousa or Spence on the right wing. I would much rather say like Spence or Sousa on the right wing instead of Kolo.
It's mad, isn't it? Because you're talking about a guy that keeps getting called up to the France national squad. How is he keep getting called up to the French national team?
I think it's just sort of legacy, innit? You know what he did in the past.
What's he actually done in his past, though, for the France national team?
Oh, for the France national team? I don't know. Like, he had a chance against Argentina World Cup final and missed it.
Yeah, that's what his legacy is at France.
I don't know. Maybe he's got a good relationship with Deschamps, the manager. But, yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. But, look, to be a bit positive, the run-in for not just West Ham, but Nottingham Forest. Do you see them dropping points between now and the end of the season? You know, like how we were in the we were out of the relegation zone for a little bit. Can that change again, like next week in the other up and coming games? Can we come out of that relegation zone if they don't manage to find points against Arsenal, for example, West Ham?
Yeah, I think so. I think Nottingham are already out of it, but I think we can win that Aston Villa game if we have some luck, of course, because there's sandwich between European semi-final and West Ham. I think they're gonna beat Brentford, but who knows?
Yeah.
You say Forest are out of it, but we can beat Villa because their game's sandwiched in between European semi-final. I mean, Nottingham Forest got a game sandwiched between European semi-final. So if we can beat Villa next week and Chelsea can beat Forest, are they not dragged back into it?
Actually, you're right. I thought it was 8 points, but we won today, so now it's 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not out of it. So it's very possible. But have you seen those games?
The Forest game on Friday night.
Oh yeah,
I watched about 5 seconds of it.
No, they were on it, Ben. If you ever watched it, you would have just killed I think for the people that watched that game and then they saw us today, it's the reason why we feel like the way we feel.
What I heard is though Sunderland proper shat the bed and just like they just kept giving the ball
they did
away.
contribute to the goals, so it was like pass backs and own goals and stuff. But even so, like Morgan Gibbs White, we just haven't got a player that's on fire in our current 11 or even in our squad.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue at the moment. But the fixtures coming up, you could argue Newcastle. Are they going to be in form? Who knows? We don't know what Newcastle's going to turn up. Chelsea's another anomaly as well, because Chelsea, notoriously, they're meant to be a good team, but this season, nothing's going right for them. We've lost their manager, and the guy they've got in at the moment, it sounds like nepotism, where they've just picked their best friend to do the job. So he doesn't even hold a...
It's a Ryan Mason vibe.
He doesn't, but at least Mason had like a coaching badges. This guy coming in for Chelsea, he hasn't got that. So, yeah. I don't know if that bodes well for us or for them, because they've got Chelsea in their running as well. Like, so.
Knowing Spurs, they lose to Forest and they beat us. That's what Spurs will. That's what Spurs do. Philip, man, just end off on something positive, something I can cling on to, man. I need it.
We won a game. That's all I have. That's all I have. I don't know.
We staying up?
No.
Oh, Philip,
Straight
man.
no. Straight no. Where are you calling from, Philip?
Sweden.
Sweden. Any inside scoop? What's the word on the street on Kulusevski?
He's not coming back this season.
They're saying he could be back for the World Cup.
I don't believe that. Like, he could get called up just because he's the captain.
Yeah.
But I don't see a way he's back before the World Cup.
Yeah. And have you got high hopes for Bergvall at the World Cup or the end of this season?
They're talking about Arsenal. I don't believe that, but they're talking about it.
Forget that.
I don't believe.
That's funny.
But yeah, Liverpool and Liverpool.
All right.
They're talking, but he can stay. That's he could stay, but I don't think he would.
Thanks for coming on today, Philip.
Big up, Philip.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You
Yeah,
too.
you too, mate. Let's go straight to KG. KJ. How you doing,
What's going
KJ?
on, bro?
I think you're on mute.
Yes. Long time. How's everybody doing?
All
Yeah,
good,
you
man.
know, we're just about going through the motions, man. We've won. We got 3 points.
Yeah.
That's about as happy as it gets for the last 6 or 4 months, however long it's been.
Yeah.
Finally, though, at least we got it.
Yeah, we're over the line. We're over the line for the first time in a
Hopefully
long
we can
time.
build on that.
So can we
Yeah,
build on it? Can we build on it?
Absolutely. 100%. We need to be more positive. If you go back and look at some of my messages that I had about the Europa League, the last run, everyone was being so negative, and I kept typing like, hey, listen, we got this. We have to just maintain a positive energy so that our fan base
true.
can like feed off of it. It's mandatory. It's mandatory.
This is exactly what this show needs right now. As someone says in the comments, that American optimism. That's what we need, man.
Exactly.
Captain
Man,
America.
look, I've been following your show, guys, for like years. I'm so happy to finally be on. So this is super cool. But yeah, man, I don't understand all of the hate that Kolo Muani gets. The guy is brilliant. If you watch him play, I mean, I played semi-professional myself, and when you watch him play, the
Think
stuff
it's a
that
bit
he's
too
doing,
much optimism, mate.
You do like, yeah. Oh.
fair enough.
No, I'm joking. Carry on.
No, I just think he gets too much hate, man. Like his first touch is incredible. A lot of times he does spoil it at the end, but it's just like he's playing out of position. Look at how much hate Gray got last year. Gray was playing on all sorts of positions. Granted, Gray was playing in more positions than Muani is, but he's out of position. It makes no sense to be hating on him like this. I've never seen an injury record like this ever. This is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have to just be a little bit more realistic and just have some hope. I mean, we fucking won. Now we have to just go to the next game. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know, but you know, with everything that's going against us, from refereeing decisions to injuries to the other teams picking up as well, the way West Ham won today, the penalty that Everton should have got. I mean, it's just hard to be optimistic about staying up, especially with the way we performed today as well.
I understand. The only thing is like, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like if we add more like somber and like melancholy to it, it's just gonna offset everything. We have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know.
Yeah. Is there light though? Is there light at the end of the tunnel though? That's the thing.
Look, I honestly think if we had lost this game, I would have said no. But we won this game. I see us pulling something together. How many times has Paulinho came through and saved our ass?
A few times this season, yeah.
I mean, like this is just we're used to this. We have to deal with adversity. It's what we have to deal with. Like, I mean, I don't know. You're starting to make me more negative. Like,
we're bringing you down, man. We're bringing you down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, all we can do is pray. I think we got robbed. Basuma totally should have had a red card on that other guy. That was BS.
100%.
I mean,
but this is happening every week.
Yeah.
It is
every week.
Isn't it a sign though? Is that a bad sign then?
It's a massive bad sign.
What, do you think our luck will finally come in because we've had so much bad luck? Do you think there's going to be some luck for us somewhere around the corner?
I mean, look what happened to us last year. We got I think so. I think it's. I mean, look, for us to get that trophy last year, like I went nuts. I mean, I couldn't believe it, and we had all the odds against us. You know,
we are that type of team, aren't we?
Say it one more time, please.
No, I said we are that type of team where we've got everything against us, but we somehow manage to get out of it or turn things around.
We're the team where we lose when we're expected to win, and when all hope's lost, we'll find something and just about get over the line.
Exactly. I knew that was going to happen today. I was at work. I was doing security, and I'm like, I keep looking at my phone on the side, and eventually I just told him, I said, I need to go home because we just won, and I was going to go crazy in there. But no, we definitely will. Well, we're going to turn this around, guys. This is it. I mean, we have to just maintain some sort of like positive attitude, and like I said, just pray West Ham starts losing, because that's really going to be the make or break. I think if we pick up our form and West Ham drops theirs, we're cool. Otherwise, it's going to be a shootout until the end of the season.
Yeah, look, there are so many different religions in this world, right? I think everyone just needs to pray to every single god that there is, and hopefully one of them will stick. You know?
Yeah. No, and I think there is a conspiracy against us. I think for the longest, Spurs have had this connotation kind of associated with. I don't want to say it, but I think you know what it is, and it's just kind of one of those things. That association is always going to have like just some like gray cloud over it. You know, we always have to fight the adversity.
Yeah.
But I've been a Spurs fan for the last 18 years, and I'm gonna get a tattoo. I told myself I'm not gonna get a tattoo until we win a trophy, and now that we have one, I still haven't gotten it. But I don't care if we get relegated. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm still getting mine. Like, I'm Spurs through and through. We have to maintain this sort of fight, you know, like internally, and then let it spread, man. Like, that's all we can do, guys.
100%. Keep fighting, keep believing,
keep the faith,
and hopefully we'll come through the other end.
Exactly. Look, Doherty. I think they were talking to him, and they kind of like, "Yo, come on, man!" Like, you know. So if we can do our own internal rigmarole, we'll be fine.
Absolutely.
KJ,
faith, keep that faith, my friend. Keep that optimism, and hopefully we'll turn this around, man.
We shall. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Cheers, man. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Bit of a development in the FA Cup. Southampton took the lead with 10 minutes to go.
Damn.
And Man City have just equalised straight away, 83 minutes. Is that it, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Arsenal with 20 minutes to go here. Still 1-0 to Arsenal. But who cares about them? We've got our own problems here at home. So
bigger fish to fry. No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. This stream was sponsored by OK Jersey. Get your replica jerseys, World Cup jerseys, Tottenham jerseys, whatever you want. Use the code WRTTV to get your 8% discount. Big up to Ash as well.
Love, bro.
It's another graveyard shift, man. And even though we won today, it just feels like a graveyard
Yeah,
shift.
we didn't get out the relegation pot.
But everyone go and subscribe to Spurs Kings TV. Unbelievable Spurs content. And we'll see Ash a lot more from now to the end of the season. But big up to everyone. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on,
you Spurs.